Let me ask you about the future. Bob asked about, Terence and Josh Taylor. Do you like that more than Spence and Crawford?
Man, to be honest with you, I think both fights are great, man. I think both fights are great. I think the fight that everybody want to watch is Spence. Of course, that's the fight that everybody want. But there's a lot of things that can complicate things. I think as far as Spence's health, his eye. I just want Crawford to get the respect he deserves.
Tonight he proved without a doubt he's number one at 47.
And there's no doubt in my mind. Spence, Thurman, they all struggled with Porter. They did. And Crawford, he did struggle a bit. Kid had a great game plan. He got a ton of experience. He used it very well. His athleticism, but for the most part, it was.
Do you want to go say bye or anything? No.
Yeah, ready?
You need to go to the office, right?
For the most part, Crawford was able to neutralize a lot of the stuff that he did. He was taller, he was longer, and the one thing that I said or pointed out that he couldn't do, he did late in the fight. As you get late in the fight and fatigue starts setting in, you start making more mistakes. And when he was patient and he was outside and he was using his quickness and coming behind the jab, and I'm talking about Porter, he did very, very well. He was doing very, very well. And then he was landing an occasional overhand right, over the top. He got inside, he let one hand go, when one was tied up. He did everything he possibly can, but it just shows you how great Terence is, And at the end of the day, the cream always rose to rise to the top. I knew it would be tough. Nobody doubted the toughness of Shawn, but I just knew what Terence can do because I've been in the ring with him. I've been saying this for the last 10 years. The last 10 years I've been saying this, man, that this kid is the baddest man on the planet. He's my number one pound for pound, just put it that way. After this performance, man, the welterweight division, in my opinion, is the best division in boxing. There's the most talent in boxing. Shawn Porter's been getting in with that talent. None of those guys stopped him.
Based on what you saw?
But based on what I saw, there's no doubt about it.
Spence, based on what you saw?
I've been said Spence gets knocked out. I've said it. I've been said this, man. There ain't nothing gonna change. I've been said that Crawford does too many things. He's gonna find a way to knock out Spence. So different styles. Spence isn't as quick as Shawn. He's not small. He's a bit taller. He's a little bit, I want to say he's real technical. He's real technical and he stays behind the jab. Crawford gets past that jab. What does Spence have? That's the thing. What does Spence have once he gets past that jab? And I still want to see it, though. I still want to see it. I wish the fight happened a couple of years ago. To be honest with you, I wish it happened a couple of years ago because, before the accident, before all this stuff. So that way, there'll be no excuses. If they do fight and Crawford runs through him, then everybody, but whoa, Spence got in the car accident. Spence this, when they fight, no excuses. I don't want no excuses. You know what I mean? I don't want no excuses from nobody. And tonight proved that he's the number one guy, man. They proved he's the number one guy in the welterweight division. And I've been saying this all along. But hey, sometimes you guys got to see it, witness it, see it. Do you believe it now? Do you believe it now? At the end of the day. But yeah.
Finally,
what's up, man?
Porter announced his retirement. Just want to get your reaction. It surprised everybody.
It didn't surprise me.
No?
No.
Why not?
I asked him that in the fighter meeting. Yeah. The way he answered the question, I thought was odd. No, I didn't really think of it. No, I'm not really thinking about that. But I'm saying to myself, I'm looking at him in his eyes, and I'm like, nah. The way he said it, it kind of surprised me. I was just like, you've thought of it. You've definitely thought of it. The fact that his father stopped the match. Usually, let me tell you something. Usually in life or death type of situations like that, especially with the highest level, usually, if the fighter gets up, you let him continue. You know, usually that's what you do. You let him continue. But the father stepped in and saved his son. And afterwards, what he said made a lot of sense. He said he didn't train like he was supposed to train. You know, he didn't listen in training. You know, he got to a certain point where he stopped listening now. So, you know, that's an indication to me. He's putting him out. What's up, baby? He's putting him out there because he wants Shawn to make a decision. This was the hardest fight of your career. This is your opportunity to be conquer the number one or number two or whatever how you got a fighter on the planet and win another belt. And he wasn't able to do it tonight. And so I knew coming in this fight, and I said it, this could be the end. Commentating is a great gig for him. He was doing it, preparing, getting ready for this fight. I thought it was odd. I was like, dude, this guy is living two lives. He's commentating and he's getting ready for the biggest fight of his career. I don't know how you can do the two. It's hard. You can't compartmentalize that. Not especially when you're fighting one of the best guys on the planet, fighters on the planet. No, you got to focus on that one fight. And he didn't. And that right there, that was the cost of it. So, but I tip my hat out to Shawn. Shawn did a phenomenal job. You know, he was a lot quicker than I thought. You know, he moved in and out. He changed his rhythms very well. He was sharp on the trigger. You know, he was in the beginning when he had a little bit more energy. He was finding his mark quite often. I thought it kind of surprised. I thought it surprised Crawford a little bit. He was having a hard time getting adjusted. But the thing is, he never lost his composure. He kept his cool. He was like, okay, I'm gonna set him up with some counters.
Let's go.
All right, I'll be right there, big dog. I'm gonna set him up some counters. You know, as later the fight go, he start dropping those body shots, and you know Porter will land something over the top, and they was like, "Hey, I get it. I'd rather get hit with the shot over the top than get hit with that body shot because I know what it does to you." And eventually, Porter starts slowing down, and towards the back end of the fight, and Crawford stepped it up and found that kill shot, which is the uppercut, and came with the juke or the right hook or whatever you want to call it. And, you know, that was enough. All she wrote.
Tim, thanks so much.
Thanks, bro. Appreciate you, man.